Let's take a deep dive into using lunar regolith, aka moon dust, to make solar panels. Strap in and let's get into it.
So what exactly is lunar regolith? Well, it's the loose, rocky material covering the surface of the moon.
It's formed from micrometeorite impacts pulverizing the moon's bedrock over billions of years. This gives regolith some unique properties that make it really interesting for generating solar power. For one, regolith contains a bunch of useful elements for making solar cells, like silicon, iron, titanium and more. The lack of an atmosphere means there's no organic contaminants to remove. And it can withstand the high temperatures needed for manufacturing the cells. Basically, it's like this raw material that's perfect for making solar panels on site instead of expensive. Now, before making cells, we've got to extract and purify those useful ingredients. Researchers have tested different methods like pyrolysis, chemical leaching, and electrolysis to pull out the silicon and metals from regolith samples. Each has their pros and cons, but processes like pyrolysis seem really promising, giving high silicon yields over 98%. Once we've got our purified silicon and other elements, we can start fabricating the actual solar cells. Because regolith-derived silicon is so powdery, you can't just make wafers like with terrestrial cells. So scientists are testing techniques like sintering, melting and electrochemical growth to turn that moon dust into solar panels. To optimize the design, researchers use tricks like doping the silicon with other minerals from the regolith. They also texture the surface to help absorb more light. With these enhancements, we could see efficiencies of 15% or more. Not bad for using just locally sourced materials. It's not totally smooth sailing though. Some big challenges like the super high temperatures needed and keeping those dusty lunar regolith samples pristine still have to be figured out. But scientists are on it, coming up with solutions like lower temp processes and closed production facilities. The future looks bright, even with work left to do. It's amazing to think lunar regolith solar could one day provide clean power for moon bases or colonies. And those panels would be made using just the readily available local ingredients. The future looks bright for solar cells made from moon dust.